Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, first, for people who don't know you, your name.
Joyce Marie Russ.
Okay. Is this any the things about you would like to share with viewers?
I'm a principal at Fairday Upper Elementary. This is my third year as the head principal here. I was the assistant principal for 4 years prior to this. I have a son who's in the 10th grade. He goes to Fairday High School, and I love my job here at Fairday Upper.
Okay. Okay, first, what branch of the military did you serve in?
I served in the Army Reserves as a truck driver, and for people that know, that is a 88 Mike. For 16 years and 8 months.
Were you drafted or did you choose to join?
My freshman year of college, I signed up on November 17th of 1987, and I got out in July 18th of 2005.
Were there any specific things that you recall specifically about what you were required to do?
As a truck driver, it was exciting because you got to travel a lot of different places, and being a college student, I didn't have much money, so I was able to travel for free, so that part was exciting. And I guess the most exciting part to me, which many people think it's crazy, but in September of 1990, I got a call at Jackson State, and my mom told me that the people had called me to come to the Army. And at that point, I was activated to go to Desert Storm. My unit out of Natchez, 386 Transportation, we went to Desert Storm, and we were there from October of 1990 until June of 1991.
Okay. Very well, child. And then you actually go out there.
Yeah, Desert Storm.
Well, you want to answer that. Well, we said, what rank did you get up to in the military?
The last rank I received was Staff Sergeant, which is an E6, enlisted. In my end of my career, the last 4 years I was in the reserves, I was actually a truck driving instructor. So I no longer drove over the road. I was teaching other people how to drive trucks.
Okay. And would you, if you had the opportunity back then, would you still join the Army? Or
Actually, I mean, people ask, and I say 16 years and 8 months, and they're like, well, what about 20? Two things that I realized. One, as a reservist, even if I had stayed in and retired at 20 years, at my age, which would have been 41 or 42 at the time when I retired, I would not have been able to receive any kind of benefits until I turned 60. So, I mean, to be in the reserves and retire, you don't get any money once you retire until you turn 60. And also, at the time that I got out, Jalen was starting pre-K. And as I stated earlier, there was my son. And I'd already served in one war, and I really felt that I needed to be here for my child, and I didn't want to miss any moments in his life. And at actually July 18th of 2005, I was called again to report to Afghanistan, and at that point I was not married to Jalen's father, and we've since gotten married, and I'm glad I wasn't married then because I wouldn't have been able to use the Family Care Act. And as a single parent, if you've already served in a conflict one time, you can get out, and that was my choice at that time, to get out so that I could spend my time with my son and not have to leave him. And he was getting ready to start pre-K, so I wanted to be here for all of that.
You did that together, by the way?
Yeah, y'all did.
Oh, we did that together. Yeah. Okay. Do you wish, with anything you did from back during that time, as you said, 16 years, 8 months, is there anything about that time that you didn't enjoy?
Actually, I mean, no, because I was young. And I can remember on the plane going to Saudi, I called my daddy. He asked me, was I afraid? And actually, I was only 20 years old. I turned 21 in Saudi Arabia because my birthday's in January. But no, I mean, I enjoyed every moment of my military time. They were not all good times, and there were some cold nights in tents, and there were some fires that I was a part of starting and some crazy stuff. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I mean, it helped me to mature as a young woman, helped me to understand that, life is serious. And we live in a country that is really, really great, and a lot of times we take stuff for granted. But there are people who put their lives on the line day in and day out for us, and that's something to be thankful for. And I'm grateful that I was a part of it.
Thank you. That's all the questions I have.
You're welcome.
Thank you for your time.
No problem. Go Steelers.